We're talking to Mr. Crowder, and the topic is the impact of AIDS on African Americans. And of course, Mr. Crowder, what we'd like to do over this last 6 minutes that we have here is to give you an opportunity to sort of inform our audience of some of the things that you believe and that probably you made up your mind before you got here today to talk about, that you wanted to at least leave with our audience. And so let's give you an opportunity to do that now.
One thing that I want everybody to understand, HIV and AIDS is a 100% preventable disease. That's first and foremost. We know exactly how we don't know everything about HIV, but there are certain things that we are very clear on, and that is how you get it. We know there's 3 modes of transmission, blood to blood, that's sharing needles. And you know what, since we're talking about needles, I might as well talk about, because when we start talking about sharing needles, everybody goes straight to an injection drug user. But they need to be real clear. When we say sharing needles, we're talking any type of needles. Specifically, those young people who are getting all of these body piercings, man, they got holes everywhere now, 15 in their ears, in their tongues, and God knows where. Now, if those are not being put in by a reputable body piercing person who's using clean, sterile needles, and let's be real clear, in order to do any piercing, a needle gonna have to be involved, whether it's a gun needle or whatever. And I know in my community, as far as tattooing, let me go to tattooing, there are a lot of people putting on tattoos in our community. Tattoo Jim, Tattoo Bob, it's several. Now, if those people are not using sterile equipment, that is a mode of transmission. So we're talking blood to blood, unprotected sex with an infected person. And you just can't say enough about unprotected sex. You know, I mean, that's real important. 80% of all new infections are occurring from heterosexual sex, you know, and mother to child. Now, and I need to go ahead on and give you some information about mother to child. As we speak, with the advances in medicine, and this is a long study, there are virtually hardly any babies being born to HIV positive mother, because they had a study back in '96 called 076, whereby they put the mother on the antiretroviral drugs, the same drugs that they give a person with HIV, and it prevents perinatal transmission. So that's good. And so they got that almost down to 0. It's about 2 to 5% now of the HIV positive. That's if the mother know that she's positive and she
take precautions.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. And those are the only 3 ways. And the only 4 body fluids that transmit HIV is semen, blood, vaginal secretions, and breast milk. And if you don't get one of those body fluids of an infected person into your body, then you don't get infected. But again, and African Americans has got to step up to the plate and take this thing seriously. Again, 1 in 50 African American men has HIV. So when you go to church Sunday, you look around. If it's 50 men sitting in that pew in the congregation, 1 of them got HIV. And 1 in 160 African American women is infected with HIV. African American women is 28 times greater of getting HIV than white women.
And so there's a great disparity between
this huge disparity. The other thing is, we have got to feel that this is not something we don't have to be ashamed of, you know, because we're all human. We're all human. The name of the virus is human immunodeficiency virus. So every human got some degree of risk. And God made us to multiply, or so we sexual beings, and that's just natural. So there's nothing to be ashamed of, you know, because but for the grace of God, everybody on the planet of adult age could be HIV infected.
And so over the last minute and 33 seconds, Ms. Crowder, are we still saying that this disease continues to grow in the United States of America? That is, spread wide?
Right now, every year, there are 40,000 new infections. Now, CDC has a strategic plan. I sit on that committee to help them with that. They have a strategic plan to cut the 40,000 in half, I think, by 2005. Okay. Every day, 50 African Americans become infected with HIV. Now, let me just say this. I got to say this. People over the age of 50 are getting infected at the same rate as teenagers. Now, we at 50 or 55 seem to think that we don't have an issue with HIV. Let me say it one more time.
Say it loud.
People over the age of 50 are getting infected at the same rate as teenagers. And that's because of
unprotected sex.
Unprotected
more than
sex.
anything.
Well, you know, they think they a widower, you know.
Okay.
They ain't dated in a while. They get old, get a new boyfriend. They think they don't have that risk because of the age, but be aware of that.
That is a real problem
Absolutely.
that you find among the seniors.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course, Mr. Crowder.
One more thing.
Okay. Quick.
www.street-work.org is our web address. Telephone number, area code 615.
And of course, we'll see you the next time. And we thank you, Mr. Crowder, for bringing that excellent information to us. Thank you, and good morning. Here you go.